I'll just take a short video for those of you who are wondering whether or not you can sew through plywood. So here we are. I've got I'm making this little folder or folio for my leather patterns. So I've set this thing up with just a standard needle, a leather needle, so it has a wedge point. It's a size 1/35, and I'm just using an Oxella 35 thread, but it'll do anything. Okay, I'm just travelling around with the camera sitting on the board. There we go. There's no trouble at all stitching through that. So I'll see if I can set you up a little better so you can see it from the other side. So this machine here is a standard walking foot machine. It's a 211A 566AA Singer, and I've taken off the there's normally a tension release pin in here, so when you lift the foot, that it actually releases the tension here on the upper thread tension. So I've taken that off, so if I need to operate the machine with the foot up, sometimes you have to, I don't lose the tension, so you don't lose the stitch. So here we go. This machine has been modified. I've put one of those little Chinese servo drives on it. It's only about $150, and it does a very nice job. You can see here that it's having no trouble at all stitching through this plywood material. The reason I'm making one of these, not just going up to Officeworks and buying one, is that it would have taken me longer to drive up to Officeworks to buy one. I did a bit of a rough job on the timber. Haven't done that corner very well, but it's perfectly fine. It's dropping into the same holes. Just do a little bit of a back step, and that's it. I'll just put you aside now and I'll show you how the two halves will be joined together. You can see here I have some mating marks. So I've turned the zip so that the zip is actually on the inside of the folio. So when I stitched it, it was sitting up high. Then you just sort of flip down the corners like that. And once we've got it all zipped together, I'll go around and I'll neaten up these corners. This is just a very quick and easy little way of making a very stiff little folder. And so all of these things here are my patterns for various things, and they're just a mess. They normally just hang on a bit of material, just hang on the side of the wall of the shed. But they do get all creased up, and I'm not doing myself any favours by having it messy like that. So I will put this zip together. So basically you just match the zip up to the mating marks that I have, and then when you run the runners on, I'll just run one on this way and then one on that way, and once the zips are on, I can then just put something over this to stop it from unravelling. Most likely I'll just open it out flat and then put a piece of leather or something there just to cover the joint of the zip. That'll be more than enough. Okay, I'll zip it together and show you the result. Okay, so now I've put the zip runners on, and you can see now we've got a little bit of a folder. Oops. These can be used for art folders or anything like that. They're nice and stiff and you won't bend up your material. You can put a lining in there or something, and it'll keep everything in a nice condition. I probably will put some handles here just so I can hang it up, but quite literally I can open that up now, lay it flat like that, and then get each of my patterns and just lay them all down flat in there. So you can see that's a pattern for an inner pocket for a thing. So you can see how they're all creased up and wrinkly. I'll just keep laying the patterns in there. I know what all these are. Most of them have got labels of some sort. But just keeping them in order, keeping them nice and flat will help. You can see this is one for one of the backs of the detectors, and you can see these notches here. They're additional cuts that you make in the material. That tells me the orientation. Just some simple notes. And yeah, so all I do is, let's see how I've just had them tied up with little strings. So that's that. So yeah, that's an A2 sized folio used with just a bit of marine grade zip, stitched straight onto the plywood. That's a 3mm plywood just from Bunnings. So the whole thing's probably cost about $5, $6 in materials, and it will last a long time.